This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Stephanie Roberts.
And I'm Don Brennan, along with John Scalzi. And yes, cell phones, I told John earlier, my brother's a teacher in Charleston, and for 25 years, but obviously cell phones have come around since that. And he said it's nearly impossible to keep everybody engaged without some kind of device taking their attention away secretly.
Well, and a lot of the
class.
time they use them as part of the class.
Yeah,
I think that's the if you can't beat them, join them. But then they use cell phones to look things up and as part of their classroom.
Really? Instead of a computer?
Well, or
a cheat sheet.
Or anything. You know, so you can't say to the kids, put them in your backpack, zip them up, and don't touch them, because they do actually use them. So I don't know. I think I would shut them away and say, if I see it, it's out of here.
Makes sense, because they have, calculators on them and everything.
It is a lot of people's
save a lot of money in terms of calculators. They make calculators anymore? I don't know.
They do.
They do, but they're going by the wayside.
No, scientific functions are not coming to cell phones. So
we have some pretty decent weather for you today. Looking at daytime highs, the top out again, warm coming in the mid-80s. No rain in the forecast for you today. All in all, we'll see slowly rising humidity and not much in the way of any rainfall this week. Looks great. We'll give you the outlook for Halloween coming up in a few.
All right, sounds good. We continue to see the warm temperatures across the area, but look at the traffic troubles already popping up at this early hour. We are starting off with an accident on 31st Street in Bradenton. That's just off Bayshore Gardens there. So not on a main thoroughfare, but something to keep an eye out for. This one may cause more problems. It's at 301 and 53rd, which is, of course, State Road 70. Busy area. Already starting to see some slowdowns there. 41 looks like a better choice than 301 if you're coming south out of Bradenton. I-75 looks good through Manatee and Sarasota County. No problems Bee Ridge, Clark, or Fruitville roads, and everything looks good in South County as well. It is 6:02, and topping our news this morning, over 15,000 people showed up in Tampa to hear Donald Trump speak at a rally last night.
ABC 7's Ray Collins was there.
It's not uncommon for candidates to do a lot of hugging, but you don't see this too often. Donald Trump's supporters showed up early and filled the grounds of the amphitheater, and that included Linda Connolly of Sarasota.
If you don't vote for Donald Trump and you vote for Hillary Clinton, you are not giving your grandchildren a future. Take the candidates out of the equation and look at the issues, and then you will vote for Trump.
Mary Ann Purkiser plans to vote for Trump, and she wants him to build a wall and crack down on illegal immigration.
I have a lot of clients that come here legally, and they buy homes, and we welcome them with open arms. But we need to stop. We need to take care of the people that are in this country, not outside the country.
When you look at these crowds, when you take a look at what's out there.
Before the rally, Trump talked to ABC 7 about whether he had any regrets about the campaign.
You can always say I would have done things a little bit differently, but when I first announced that we had 17 people were saying, well, maybe Trump, he's never done this. He's not a politician. I think it turns out to be one of my greatest assets.
And this crowd in Tampa clearly agrees.
And we will make America great again. God bless you. God bless you, Tampa.
Ray Collins, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Hillary Clinton will also be bringing her campaign back to Florida this week. She will be speaking today at Broward College in South Florida. From there, she heads to Palm Beach State College in Lake Worth on Wednesday. And on Wednesday night, she will hold an early voting rally at Curtis Hickson Waterfront Park in Tampa. Doors for that rally will open at 12:15, and it starts at 2:45. She's expecting to speak on her vision for the economy and highlight the importance of in-person early voting, which ends on November 5th. A new poll is showing that more young voters are shifting towards Clinton between the ages of 18 and 30. The study finds that the shift among young white voters is at 35%. Now, a month ago, those numbers were divided between Clinton and Donald Trump. The poll also found that the largest advantage is among young African Americans, Latinos, and Asian Americans. Gen Forward is a survey put on by the Black Youth Project at the University of Chicago.
Switching gears a bit, lawmakers on the state and federal level came to the Suncoast yesterday to discuss the opioid epidemic that continues to be a major issue across our country. Senator Marco Rubio and Congressman Vern Buchanan met at the Manatee Memorial Hospital for a roundtable discussion in hopes of solving this heroin problem. According to a recent report released by the state's Medical Examiners Commission, Manatee has seen a more than 500% increase in opioid overdoses over the last 4 years and is now leading the state.
15 to 20 a day in Manatee County coming in overdosing. Some of them are repeat visitors. That's a shocking number. It's not that Manatee County is a small county, but it's not the state's largest either. And to have a number that high, I'm not sure there's anywhere else in the state that per capita is seeing that rate of overdoses showing up in emergency rooms.
We've got to figure out how to get those resources. So that's what my thought is, as a guy that's been in business a long time, let's get a plan, let's get the best thoughts and best ideas.
Both Buchanan and Rubio are running for re-election. Officials say they'll be looking into which laws are allowing some of these overdoses to continue and what they can do on their end to change this trend. Also new this morning, Venice City leaders will be meeting today to go over a temporary moratorium on medical marijuana. The moratorium is in anticipation on if Amendment 2, which legalizes medical marijuana, is approved. A temporary moratorium on cannabis cultivation, production, and dispensing businesses is being proposed by the city manager's office. Right now, the city does not address marijuana cultivation businesses at all. The moratorium will be within Venice city limits and give time to address its uses. A similar moratorium will be voted on in Longboat Key's Town Commission next month.
In Manatee County, a 12-year-old student is sent to juvenile detention after allegedly fighting her teacher and then resisting arrest, all over for discipline for having her cell phone out. Deputies say the Lee middle schooler turned physically violent, grabbing the teacher's arms and digging her fingernails into her hand. The student then became violent when the responding deputy said she was under arrest, kicking the deputy in the legs and stomping on his feet. The deputy suffered a sprained ankle. That student is charged with battery on a school board employee and law enforcement officer and resisting arrest. New details this morning on a robbery at the Ellenton Outlets. Authorities say 4 men wearing Halloween masks may be responsible for 2 separate robbery attempts on the Suncoast. Charlotte County Sheriff's deputies say around 5:45 Sunday morning, 4 men wearing masks and hoodies tried to break into the Metro PCS store in Port Charlotte. The suspects were trying to smash the glass door, but they were unsuccessful. About an hour and a half later, the deputies say 4 men wearing masks forced their way into the Puma athletic store at the Ellenton Outlets. The men took some clothes and then soon left. Anyone with information should call Manatee Crime Stoppers. That number is on your screen, 866-634-TIPS.
Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is giving students a chance to see what it's like to do their job.
Yesterday, they were taken through a rightful police training. This, of course, comes at a time when tensions are high between officers and the communities they patrol.
ABC 7's
Here at Knights Trail Park, the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office took these students through several different scenarios to give them a sense of what they go through on a daily basis.
Sarasota Sheriff's Office! It's a chance to step into the shoes of a deputy, moving from one scenario to another, including traffic stops, domestic disturbances, and even potential break-ins.
My heart's racing and my mind is going a mile a minute.
I just saw today all the scenarios they go through. I mean, if it was me under there, I would be kind of like, freaked out.
This comes at a time when instances of police brutality are in the spotlight, many of them caught on video.
It's something that teenagers need to be aware of, because we are growing up in this era.
Tell me what you're arresting me for.
You can't arrest him. For Almuda Hawks, it's an opportunity to gain context and better understand where officers may be coming from in those scenarios.
What you see on camera can be a whole different situation, because most time it's just 10 seconds, but you never see what happened before those 10 seconds or how the event actually occurred.
Sheriff Tom Knight says that's exactly what he's hoping for.
And to be able to put themselves in that scenario to see how difficult it really can be sometimes.
As agencies around the country look to mend and maintain relations with their communities, Sheriff Knight says the focus should be on these young people who are just now forming their opinions of law enforcement.
The trust has been broken to some degree in different parts of our nation, and the millennials and the young people, to make sure their frame of mind are at the point where they recognize they can call us to come and give them help, not just to come to police them. We want to come help them resolve issues.
Each student took a survey at the beginning and end of the day to see if this training changed their views of law enforcement. In Sarasota, Kate Flexter, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Kate. New this morning, firefighters are asking the people they protect to provide more money for them to better do their jobs. Fire districts in Charlotte and Sarasota counties are asking voters to support a referendum to allow them to assess residential properties. an extra $187. That would affect non-residential, residential, and commercial properties. The new amount is also an increase of $28.86 per home over what property owners are paying this year. Recently, the fire district has been operating short-handed, and this referendum would allow departments extra funds to help overcome the challenges. If approved, this would not be implemented until the 2017 fiscal year.
If you're a fan of Benedict Cumberbatch, then tonight is a good time to catch some of his classics. The Carmike Royal Palm 20 Theater in Bradenton will be playing two of the English actors' plays. The first one is Frankenstein, where Cumberbatch starred as the creature. It plays tonight at 7. The other is Hamlet, where Cumberbatch takes on the title role of the Shakespearean tragedy. It'll be captured live from a theater in London. That showing is on November 15th. Both shows are put on by the National Theatre Live.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's part of Fathom Events. We also should mention that Hollywood 20, AMC 12, a bunch of other theaters are also doing the same thing.
Nice.
So is Eckerd College, but on a matinee day.
Hey, it's a good way to get those classics out there.
Yeah. Can't wait. I'm going.
Are you really?
Staying up late tonight?
No, I'm going to the matinee. I wanted to, but I thought I better not.
School night, John.
Yeah, better not. Yeah, don't push it. I just can't do it anymore. Showers and thunderstorms not in the forecast, but we will have some increasing clouds. We'll talk about that in a second.
All right, and coming up next, work is moving forward with revamping the former side of the Longboat Key restaurant. The plans that developers have in mind for Patty George's waterfront. And later, retirement may seem like a good idea, but for some people, it may save an idea. Details on a study that shows why low-wage workers are not taking their retirement. More news when we come back.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7.
Every vote counts always, but this time it's really important not to miss anybody.
We're pushing hard this time because there are some disaffected people.
2 weeks until the presidential election. We'll give you a behind-the-scenes look at how our local political parties are working to get out the vote. I'm Ray Collins. That story and our roundtable discussion.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
Types of timber, cuts of meat, cooking times, temperatures, rubs, seasonings, sauces. You name it, they know it. That's what makes them who they are, Sonny's Pitmasters. And proud of it. Come get some baby back ribs at Sonny's Barbecue. On their own or paired with favorites like jalapeno cheddar hot links or pulled or sliced pork plus 2 sides and bread. Sonny's Barbecue. Local Pitmasters since '68.
Come experience the precision, performance, and power of the Ram 1500 during Ram Power Days at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Built tough enough to help you conquer whatever the day may throw your way with all the comfort, gizmos, and gadgets you'd find in a luxury vehicle. And right now, get over 20% off. That's up to $15,000 off a new Ram 1500. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Current air temperature comes in at 64 degrees with a dew point of 58. Northeast wind comes in at 5 still. That northeast wind will be a little bit breezy in the afternoon. We get that kind of afternoon surge, and we'll probably see an uptick in the wind speeds again tomorrow because of a frontal boundary limping through the area, falling apart as it does so. 62 Wauchula, Arcadia, Myakka, Parrish, Bradenton. 63 in Northport, Lakewood Ranch. A little cooler in Punta Gorda, coming in at 58 degrees, and along the coast, tad warmer. 65 degrees in Venice, 66 in Inglewood, 68 at Longboat Key. We have little rain chance today. In fact, I'd put it at 0%. Not much going on here locally. You'll see a few blips right down here. That's false echo. That's caused by the temperature structure in our atmosphere, kind of bending the radar beam just a little bit. False echo, it's called, and it's nothing really. Across our area yesterday, we had this really dry air indicated by the tan contours. Now we've got this kind of turquoise color. That's a higher moisture content air that has kind of streamed in aloft, and that's producing the high, thin, wispy clouds, those cirrus clouds that we see up in the sky. Those are not rain producers. Then at lower levels, may occasionally get a lower level cloud coming in because of the general northeasterly wind flow. Tomorrow, maybe our RPM computer model picks up on a shower or two trying to work its way in. That's because what it's doing is it's seeing a frontal boundary sinking southward, and it's noticing that we're getting increased moisture and humidity across our area, so it's putting those two things together and factoring in maybe a sprinkle or a patch of drizzle. I think the most likely location for that would be in the southern tip of the state, and we'll put in about a 10% chance of a patch of drizzle from Charlotte southward. That begins tomorrow with this front limping its way through. But until then, today, high pressure is the name of the game. Dominant weather feature for us. Here's the frontal boundary out in the Atlantic, producing a line of showers out there. But as it sinks south, it basically falls apart. High pressure still ensures us, though, this wind out of the northeast. That will continue today, tomorrow, day after. You get the picture. That high pressure ridge is really going nowhere. Over the weekend, maybe another reinforcing shot of drier air moves in. But our temperatures really are not going to change all that much. No big blasts of cold air coming our way in the near term. Sunny, warm weather, rising humidity, and still dry. Water temperatures have decreased a little bit, but still capable of supporting tropical activity. And the red tide issue, for the time being, seems to be gone. Our Mote Marine spotters along all our area beaches report no toxins in the air with their last observation. So we love that. Forecast for boating today, northeast wind at 10, surging, as I mentioned, in the afternoon at about 10 to 15. That'll bring you a light chop. And the 7-day forecast looks great right straight through the weekend. Breezy, temperatures mild, nighttime lows crisp. And as we head into next week, Halloween, so far, looks rain-free. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at Suncoast roadways. Things are happening now out there. You're seeing Bayshore Gardens. There is an accident at 34th Street and Avenida Madera. That's in the Bayshore Gardens area, so be aware of that. It doesn't seem to be causing any delays right now, but as you leave the house, you may want to know about it. And also State Road 70, there's an accident at 301. That has been around for about an hour now, and it is causing some issues both southbound on 301. And as you look at Sarasota County, everything's looking good. No issues or delays there in all of the county, all through Northport and Venice. Now, developing this morning, there's no money left to replace an old bridge in Manatee County. The DeSoto Bridge connecting Bradenton and Palmetto is at the end of its service life, and while replacing the bridge has been a priority for months now, according to the Bradenton Herald, there is still no funding set aside for it in the near future. The Sarasota Manatee Metropolitan Planning Organization met with state transportation officials to discuss upcoming projects, including work on that bridge. Commissioner Chairwoman Vanessa Ball says she thinks the county should work with the state on expediting this project.
Happening today in Venice, the City Council will be learning more about a controversial rezoning request. Developing company S&J Properties is requesting that the city remove 5 conditions it agreed on when a property on Laurel Road was rezoned in order to make room for high-end condos. Instead, now the company wants to sell the land to a developer who wants to build affordable rental apartments. But stipulations limit 8 units per acre, so the building can't be any taller than 35 feet, which would eliminate the possibility of ground floor parking. Nearby residents are against this idea, but the developer says there would be benefits. Other topics the Venice Council is expected to discuss continue to be health care costs, revising applications for standard housing, federal funding for bulletproof vests for the police department, and also proclaiming November 12th as Pet Appreciation Day. All this at the Venice City Council meeting today at 9 a.m.
Just a pause in a moment and look around you. Have you ever done that? Me neither. We're also lucky because the Suncoast is such a great place to call home.
I try.
Yes.
Yes, I try.
Smell the roses.
ABC 7's Linda Carson shows us the community of the Landings.
The Landings is a large 300-acre gated community.
We have 702 dwellings in the Landings in 7 different configurations. There are 208 individual homes.
The rest are tree houses, carriage and coach houses, and mid-rise apartments, all built on a pretty historic spot.
In the late 1800s, a family by the name of the Bronsons owned the area of the Landings.
In 1911, Honore and Potter Palmer of the famous Palmer family bought the property.
Honore built his home here right down the street and named it Immokalee, which that's the Seminole Indian name for my home.
When he developed the property, he kept its natural beauty.
And he discovered that there were Indian mittens and also eagle's nest in the property, and so he designed the community around that.
Heidi Borders and her family have lived in the Landings 9 years. She says there's no better place to raise children.
We have tons of kids here in the community. It's a fabulous place for young families. There's all kinds of activities that we have to offer. We've got all kinds of gatherings for the families. We've got like an end of the school year ice cream social. We have pool parties. We have holiday parties.
ABC 7 financial correspondent Richard Stern and his family have lived in the Landings 32 years for a very good reason.
Location, location, and location.
And you don't have to leave the property to find recreation. There's plenty right here.
There's a racket club, and there's a whole variety of activities that take place around the racket club.
It's a great place to call home because it's so relaxed. It's just a very comfortable, I walk the dog all the time and I say hi to people and people say hi to me, and our dogs get to be friendly and our kids get to be friendly.
The price range for homes in the Landings ranges from the $200,000s to over $3 million. But those who live here say what you get for your money is your own piece of paradise. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
And new this morning, plans are moving ahead to develop the site of a former restaurant on Longboat Key. Plans have been filed to tear down the former Patty George's waterfront restaurant and rebuild it as a 200-seat eatery called the Columbia Restaurant, and it's being owned by the Columbia Restaurant Group. The application was filed 3 weeks ago for the property at Gulf of Mexico Drive. The new eatery will include a waterfront and pedestrian and bike access to the new Bayfront Park. It'll also be flood protected. The Columbia Restaurant Group purchased the property for about $2 million this past summer, and obviously Patty George is a staple here on the Suncoast and a favorite to many, but I know Columbia Group will.
Absolutely.
They'll make it good again.
They'll
make it great again, like America.
A lot of good development going on here. Okay, coming up next, we'll have a peek at GMA's First Look.
And if you know someone who may have the sniffles, direct them to Uber, the free medical service this riding app is offering today. We'll tell you about that coming up.
Hurricane season is here, and Suncoast weather can go from this to this in seconds. So when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC 7.
We're armed with the most advanced weather technology so that we can bring you storm warnings faster and with more detail than ever before.
Plus, we focus on the Suncoast and track storms right down to your neighborhood.
On air, online, and on your mobile device. Turn to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Your home is the largest investment you have. So when you're looking for furniture, window treatments, and accessories, from America's top brands like Henrigon, American Leather, and Hunter Douglas, the only place you need to go is Bacon's. Quality, service, price. Bacon's Furniture and Design, Sarasota.
Welcome back. It's 6:27. A new lawsuit from the ex-wife of Subway pitchman Jared Fogle claims that the company executives knew of claims that Fogle was sexually interested in children.
ABC's Lindy Janis has details in today's GMA First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Jared Fogle's ex-wife is suing Subway, accusing executives of ignoring multiple allegations against their former pitchman in order to protect company profits.
Hi, I'm Jared, the Subway guy.
Katie McLaughlin says Subway received at least 3 complaints about Fogle years before he pleaded guilty to child pornography and sexual abuse-related charges last November. The first just 4 years after his first commercial. Fogle allegedly approaching a minor at a Subway event. Even after a 3rd complaint in 2011, McLaughlin says Subway sought to portray Fogle as a family man.
Guy now has 2 kids, and even more reason to pass on better eating habits to young people everywhere.
Finding out that Subway did not act upon at least 1 complaint is beyond comprehension.
Coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have more on the lawsuit. With your GMA First Look, I'm Lindsay Janis, ABC News, New York.
Looking for balance in your digestive system? Try Align Probiotic. For a non-stop, sweet treat goodness, hold on to your Tiara kind of day. Get 24/7 digestive support with Align, the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand, now in kids' chewables.
Maybe Almond Breeze tastes so good because it's the only almond milk made with California Blue Diamond almonds. But if you ask our almond growers, there's no maybe about it. Almond Breeze, the best almonds make the best almond milk. Proud sponsor of USA Volleyball.
There are 16 fresh-picked oranges squeezed into each bottle of Tropicana Pure Premium, and absolutely no space for added sugar, water, or preservatives. Tropicana. We put the good in morning.
Stand out in your new wild Lexus. Lease a brand new 2017 Lexus ES 350 for only $379. Just $379 exclusively at Wild Lexus of Sarasota on Clark Road.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has Absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here, because
Why, you don't like my hair? The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds.
No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm gonna show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch the Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WindGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WindGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
Stand out in your new wild Lexus. Lease a new Lexus RX 350 for only $419. Just $419, exclusively at Wild Lexus of Sarasota on Clark Road.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, a day in an Australian theme park turns tragic when one of its rides malfunctions and kills several of its passengers.
He was insulted in the way in which individuals took the liberty to lasso a rope around his neck and pull the noose tight.
A controversial incident during a high school football practice. Why the NAACP is calling it a hate crime.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States. At least I will go down as a president.
Mean tweets, President Obama taking his slams on Donald Trump to late-night television. His humorous answers coming up.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back. I'm Stephanie Roberts.
Along with John Scalzi, I'm Don Brennan. Thank you for joining us this morning at 6:34. Yes, I would say this generation, Michelle Obama and President Obama, going on late night TV. You didn't used to see a president, an acting president, go on.
Yeah, they've definitely reached out to the younger generation in the comedic sense a little bit more, but it's kind of fun.
He's a good actor.
Right. You know what? No reason not to show a personality if you have one.
I think he could get a gig after this president thing is over with. I think he could. I saw him do the kind of Barry White rap. Oh my God, he was fantastic.
That's great.
Yeah, it's nice. It's fun. Shows him off as a human being, right?
Absolutely.
We have some pleasant weather for you this afternoon. Sunshine, lovely day. Next couple of days are nice, though there will be some changes down the road. We'll talk all about it in a minute.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at Suncoast roadways. Things heating up on the roadways. See Bayshore Garden. There's an accident at 34th Street and Avenida Madera. That's in Bradenton. And then as you move east of that, 41, there is an accident at 30th Avenue. Doesn't seem to be causing any backups. But also there's an issue right there at 301, or State Road 70 as well, just west of 301. So be aware of that. And that's all in Bradenton. The Green and DeSoto bridges look good. And Sarasota County is looking totally clear and free sailing, except for I-75 southbound. That's just north of Charlotte County at Sumter Boulevard. I-75 southbound, the accident between exit 191 and exit 182. Developing overnight in Australia, an accident in a popular theme park claimed the lives of 4 people.
Police there say a river rapids ride flipped on its conveyor belt that delivers people usually to the boarding and disembarking area. One person got caught in the conveyor belt. Several other people were trapped and many more critically injured. Authorities are investigating how this accident occurred.
Also developing overnight in Pakistan, 59 people are dead after a militant attack on a police training center. Militants stormed the academy shortly before midnight, gunning down sleeping police recruits and starting a gun battle that lasted for more than 4 hours before blowing themselves up. Most of the casualties were police cadets and trainees, and there's fear the death toll could rise. The country is calling the attack one of its deadliest on security forces in recent years.
In Mississippi, the NAACP is demanding a hate crime investigation after the parents of a black high school student said as many as 4 white students put a noose around their son's neck at school. The incident took place on October 13th during a break in football practice. According to the NAACP and the victim's mother, that noose was tied around the sophomore student's neck and yanked backwards. Up to 20 students have verified that the incident occurred, and the NAACP is calling for the teens involved to be charged as adults.
No child should be walking down the hall or in a locker room and be accosted with a noose around their neck. Thank you. This is 2016, not 1916. Hallelujah. This is America.
A source close to the team says the victim is still on the team, while the student accused of the assault is no longer there and has not been at school since this took place.
New developments this morning at a Cincinnati zoo where a gorilla was shot and killed to save a 3-year-old boy. The Ohio Zoo says they have improved the exhibit's barrier to prevent any future incidents of kids falling over. The new barrier has mesh fencing from top to bottom and stands 42 inches high. That's 6 inches taller than the previous one. Now, the zoo is also expected to hand over any internal reports that could explain what happened and how the zoo responded to the May killing of Harambe, the gorilla. And commissioners add they are satisfied with how the zoo handled the incident and its aftermath. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are bashing each other on the campaign trail as usual, but another kind of bashing is happening on prime time.
This time it is from President Obama. Reed Binion has the story.
When you watch the debate and you watch Donald Trump, do you ever laugh?
Jimmy Kimmel inviting President Obama to weigh in on Donald Trump.
Do you ever actually laugh?
Most of the time.
As Obama took shots at Trump, Trump was taking aim at recent polls that show him trailing Hillary Clinton by wide margins.
I actually think we're winning, and what they do is they show these phony polls. It's heavily weighted with Democrats. Watch the polls, because this is part of the crooked system.
Trump suggesting that the polling is part of an effort to manipulate the election.
And what they do is they try and suppress the vote. This way people don't go out and vote.
Trump supporters locking on to that message.
I think the polls are trash. It's baloney.
Meanwhile, the Clinton camp is making a big push in the last 2 weeks before Election Day. First Lady Michelle Obama campaigning with Clinton this week. Senator Elizabeth Warren going on the offensive, using Trump's nasty woman comment about Clinton against him.
We nasty women are going to march our nasty feet to cast our nasty votes.
Obama also turning Trump's words against him while reading mean tweets on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States. At least I will go down as a president.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
As we said, have a little personality, have a little fun.
You know, that's when they, I think, endear themselves most to the American public.
Yeah, because they seem like
fun.
real people.
Clinton with a saxophone, or
right.
Bush on Jay Leno or something. You know, I mean, it's fun.
Yeah, but it's been going on for years. It's not going to stop.
That's right. Nor with the weather. We have a little bit of cloud cover out there today. No rain in the forecast, but changes down the road. We'll talk about that forecast after the break.
If you're trying to balance caring for your mother and being a mother to your children, we can help. It's what we do. Call Granny Nannies today.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
I'm Ray Collins. Presidential ground games on the Suncoast. With 2 weeks till the election, we'll show you how local parties are rallying support.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Christmas Traditions by Luxart Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Luxart Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
My dad is my hero, and I wanted to give him a chance to live life and be happy. Granny Nannies has been a huge help. It has contributed to the health and happiness of my dad, for sure.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC 7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Still a comfortable dew point outside, coming in at 58 degrees. We have a temperature of 64, and so the combination of the two bring us a relative humidity of 80%, which is not bad for this time of morning, which is generally one of the higher dew point moments of the day, is when you just get toward dawn. Northeast wind continues to blow at about 5, and that northeast direction is going to be ongoing throughout the afternoon. Temperatures across the region a little cooler inland, 61 degrees Wauchula, 62 in Arcadia, 62 Myakka City. Becky and Old Myakka called in with a report of mid-50s there, so a little bit cooler this morning. Bradenton comes in at 61, Perry 60, Lakewood Ranch 62. Got 62 in Northport as well, Venice at 65, Inglewood, you've got 65. Out on the Key at Longboat, the warm spot once again coming in at 67 degrees. Not a drop of rain anywhere across the viewing area. And you're not going to see any today. It's going to be a dry day. You'll see one little blip kind of popping up here around Fort Myers. That's false echo. There is no rain in progress. That tan color you see leaving the state, that's really dry air aloft. It's being replaced this hour by a little bit of higher level moisture. That'll be in the form of some high, thin clouds that will at times actually even maybe obscure the sky with kind of a thin white veil. Sun will still get through, but it might be a dimmed sun. Otherwise, a northeast wind will pick up a few lower level clouds and sling them back in this direction as well. But again, no rainfall under any of these. But watch the RPM computer model pick up on a few showers that try to work their way through tomorrow. That's because of a very weak and diffuse cool front that's going to try and work its way southward, and as it does so, it's just going to fall apart. So don't expect big changes from this front tomorrow. In fact, you'll hardly notice its arrival or departure. The only thing you may notice is maybe a little uptick in the wind speeds. That'll occur tomorrow afternoon, and it'll just turn a somewhat calm day into a somewhat breezy day. That's about it. Otherwise, high pressure remains the dominant weather feature for us over the next several days, focusing our wind flow out of the northeast. That will be rather continuous. The other coast may pick up an isolated drop or two of showers or a passing rain, especially in the southern tip. But that's about it. Otherwise, we remain warm, sunny with rising humidity, still dry. And I think as we head into the weekend, we'll remain dry. Water temperature starting to come down a little bit. That's cool. Near the coastline, we're seeing a 76-degree surf temperature now. And even in the warm waters of the Caribbean, we're in the mid-80s. Still warm enough to sustain tropical development, and we'll have to keep an eye on that. As far as the red tide situation goes, green flags all up and down the coast, according to Moat Marine. So we're liking that as well. There is no indication of any red tide irritants in the air. Tropics look good. Nothing here to worry about. Right straight through the weekend. A few tropical waves. That's it. No organization. Northeast wind at about 10 to 15 this afternoon into the evening as winds surge, and over the course of the week ahead, everything looks good and on track for pretty typical Florida at this time of year. Halloween so far looks dry. Back to you.
All right, looks good. Thank you, John. Warm temperatures and also things heating up on the roadways. We've been watching this wreck in the Bayshore Gardens area all morning off 34th Street. Doesn't appear to be causing a lot of problems as it's off the main drag. We do have some heavy traffic now northbound on 41, but we are continuing to keep an eye on State Road 70 where we have had some slow spots there as there is a situation in between 301 and 41. I-75 is moving just fine. Good news through the construction zone. A lot of traffic on Bee Ridge, though. Both directions starting to slow down now, east and west, coming on and off the interstate. And as we look down to the south, we are looking at an accident southbound I-75 causing some slow spots between River Road and Sumter in South County.
This morning, a recent study is showing the dreams of a great retirement may just be a dream.
No, we don't want to hear that. According to a study by Boston College's Center on Aging and Work, about 1/3 of low-wage workers say they're never going to be able to afford retirement. One reason is simply the lack of disposable income. It's a particular problem among minority women. Experts say it's common for workers to stay on the job with no plans for retirement, but even those workers foresee working forever. However, things like illness do happen that can cause them to stop working.
In health news this morning, for today, you can get a free flu shot from Uber in certain cities. I'm not sure if I want a stranger just give me a flu shot, but Uber will be offering a passenger and 4 other people at their location free shots. It'll even come with a registered nurse to handle the injection and the paperwork. Oh, whew. All you have to do is get the Uber app between 11 and 3 today and choose the health option. 17 cities nationwide are participating, but it's not being offered here on the Suncoast. The only Florida cities it affects is Jacksonville and Tallahassee. And switching over now to entertainment news, a Minnesota City Council has given the okay to rezone Prince's Paisley Park as a permanent museum.
The city signed off on the rezoning request. It had initially been put on hold, citing traffic and public safety concerns. But the council's vote means that tours will continue. Prince died at Paisley Park on April 21st from an accidental overdose of the opiate drug fentanyl.
Jay-Z, Katy Perry, John Bon Jovi, and Jennifer Lopez are all supporters of Hillary Clinton. They'll be staging concerts around the country in the final weeks before Election Day. Jay-Z will actually perform a concert in Cleveland one day before the election. J-Lo will perform in Miami, Perry will perform in Philadelphia on November 5th, and John Bon Jovi, he'll perform in Tampa on November 5th as well.
A sweet new business deal for Shaquille O'Neal. The Basketball Hall of Famer is now the owner of one of Krispy Kreme's downtown Atlanta franchises. He announced the news by tweeting out the Krispy Kreme logo with the message, "Your favorite donut just got even hotter, baby." Krispy Kreme is celebrating the moment with a social media promotion called Shack or Treat. Users who tag Halloween-themed posts with the hashtag between this Friday and Monday will have a chance to win prizes and Shack autographed merchandise.
Yeah, I met Shaq actually when I worked for the Miami Heat, but also every Friday the Miami Heat bosses would bring in Krispy Kreme donuts.
Must have been one of his things.
Oh,
yeah, those are addictive.
Yeah.
Coming up next on Good Morning Suncoast.
I scream, you scream. This dog screams for ice cream. We'll tell you about this American Bulldog taking quite a liking to ice cream coming up.
Families come in all sizes. and shapes. Sometimes your friends are your family by choice, or sometimes you're just stuck with Uncle Charles. But what we know is that you want to protect the people that are close to you. But the flu can unravel everything. Your flu vaccine protects you and your family. No matter what draws your family together, protect yourself, protect your family. Everyone needs a flu vaccine.
Ugly.
Big eyes.
Dweeb. Things that should never be said.
Shut it down. We are all beautiful.
Strong. Powerful. Choose to stand up against bullies.
Choose kindness.
Hurricane season is here. We'll make sure you're prepared. Watch our hurricane special on our ABC7 app and all our live streaming platforms.
Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
It's 6:53. Here's what you need to know before you go. Both presidential nominees will be campaigning in Florida again today. Yesterday, Trump held a rally in Tampa. Clinton will stop in Tampa Wednesday afternoon. The city of Venice will consider putting a moratorium on marijuana businesses. If approved at a council meeting, it would be a temporary action. And Englewood firefighters are asking voters to agree to pay more in a referendum to help the needs of the department. Checking out the roadways, a couple accidents we're still watching, one in Bayside Gardens, but it's off the main drag. The one that's causing some problems is at State Road 70 and 15th Street. A blockage in the road is definitely slowing things down on both 15th and 70, and we're starting to see traffic backing up on 301 southbound as well. John?
With the exception of a little extra cloud cover today, this is going to be your pretty typical Chamber of Commerce October afternoon. We'll see about a 10% chance of a shower in the southern parts of the viewing area and in the southern tip of the state tomorrow as a weak front kind of works its way through. Otherwise, the week ahead looks beautiful. I mean, fine. Temperatures in the mid-80s, no issues weather-wise, nice nights, and Halloween so far looks like it's going to be a rain-free event.
Boy, summer may be over, but one dog in Alabama isn't quite ready to let it go. Rambo, the bulldog, loves ice cream. Yeah, he loves it so much. He meets the ice cream truck every day outside in Who's and gets a cooling treat now, but the four-legged addict can hardly reach the counter, and the sweet trend began about a year ago when Rambo saw the ice cream truck for the first time, and he ran after it like dogs are wont to do, but this time he found ice cream in it.
Like all excited out of nowhere, I was like, all right, let's go get some popsicle. And then next thing you know, he's jumping in the truck.
The ice cream truck driver says when other dogs hear the music of the truck, they're usually scared and run away, but not Rambo. He's like a dog with a bone. That's why they call them bulldogs. They don't let go. They never let go. And you get ice cream.
They like cold. Have you given Wrigley any doggy ice cream yet?
Yeah, no. But I know they make those pup treats.
You get them at the grocery
store.
store.
At the grocery store.
They're
absolutely.
wonderful.
No, we have not done that yet. So
my dogs have now know when I open my thermos to fill it with ice, they come running. You got to give them some ice cubes.
Oh yeah, no, ice is very popular. The sound of it in the freezer and everybody in and out. Oh yeah, dogs come running. So they must like the cold on their tongues. You can't blame them.
No, you can't blame them. I mean, you know what? It's a good way to get them to drink water. So.
Exactly. All right, it is time for Good Morning America. Have a great rest of the day.